UK Games Expo is only a few weeks away. You can count the days.
Well,
you can count the hours.
I mean,
I'm counting out.
I don't even know when this video is going out, so it might be like hours.
Might be out. Well, either way, it's always going to be hours. It's just a number of hours.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, UK Games Expo is soon, so we're putting together these little videos to give you some highlights about games that we know about at the time of recording, which is still a few weeks out. So if you want a more up-to-date list, then do pay attention to the Expo preview podcast episode, which will be up Friday before the actual Expo doors open. I feel like I've said Expo a lot.
But it's Expo.
It is Expo, so I should be saying it a lot.
Yeah.
We should pay this every time we said Expo. Imagine what the rule. Never mind. Right, so...
We'll be looking to get a bag of pick and mix.
I wish we got pick and mix as well, actually. Anyway, before we go any further into this madness, let's talk about some miniatures gaming. Stephen, take it away.
Yes, so we are predominantly a board games podcast, but we do like a miniature. We like a miniature war game.
We do.
And you may be able to see from behind me, I rather like painting miniatures.
You're quite good at it as well, actually.
Thank you very much.
Little badge winner.
All right. So we're going to talk about some miniatures games which are not board games. So we're talking about actual miniatures, war games, that kind of thing. And we can't really not talk about Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon.
No.
Because, number one, it's the thing that's going to hit the algorithm and make this video do well.
Supposed to say wrong.
But number two, it's a pretty big release. If you're into Games Workshop and Warhammer, then this is, I believe, 11th
edition, yeah.
Which they've been teasing over the last few months. It's going to have a box set with some Space Marines, because you always have to have Space Marines, and with some orcs.
Yeah.
Games Workshop, I don't think have actually announced the official release date. Someone will correct me, no doubt. But Games Workshop have got a big stand at Expo. And it's going to be, they're going to be showing this off.
Yeah.
They're going to have this for demo so you can play. Whether you're going to be able to buy it, I don't know. But most importantly, we're going to actually get to see and hold all the new miniatures.
Yeah.
Which, I got to admit, new Land Speeder looks pretty damn cool.
I like the new Orc Weird Boy.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's quite cool.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to that.
Yeah. So that should be big, bold, and centre. I think in Hall 4, I think they've already announced it. I imagine there's also going to be the giant Terminator statue, so you're not going to be able to miss it.
Giant Terminator statue will be back.
Well, not giant, he's life-size.
Life-size,
which means he's giant. Or they might be doing Space Marine 2 statue, because that's in Warhammer World at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So that might
be carting it over.
Yeah. It's not far from Nottingham.
Not turned to Birmingham, no.
So we'll no doubt have something big that you can see and
have your photo with.
Have your photo with, yeah.
Nice.
Games Workshop with the big boys. But the game I'm excited for the most, right, is the new Infinity box set. Now, as a time of recording this, very little details have been released. All we know is it's called Operation Mazebreaker.
Yep.
And it's going to be a 2-player set. I say starter set, but maybe set to...
That's what they're touting it as, aren't they? Yeah, there's 7 minis per side.
Yeah, so if you know Infinity, you get... That's a typical kind of starter set they do. And I realise there's a dog barking in the background, which is going to annoy everyone, but never mind. I have no control over someone else's dog. But anyway, this is going to be the Nomads versus Aleph. Other than that, we don't know anything. They haven't released any pictures of the minis. I'm hoping that they come out after us recording and before I put this out.
They can just be on the screen right now as we're talking. Yeah.
My understanding based on the video, so if you don't know the kind of lore behind this, Aleph are the troops of the AI. There's an AI who runs the human spear, and the Aleph troops are the AI hunters. Okay. So they work for the AI to destroy other AIs, like competitive AIs.
Cool.
So I think the story is going to be based that the Nomads have an AI.
Right.
So they're protecting it, and then the Aleph troops are going to be just trying to gain information and destroy it.
Cool.
The minis will be beautiful.
Corvus Belli.
It's Corvus Belli, the Infinity.
Very tiny.
They'll be very, very tiny and extremely detailed, and yeah.
Pretty beautiful, though. I'm just scared to paint them.
Yeah, there's a fine line, isn't there, between joyous to paint and frustrating, which to me, they're on that page, but I'm quite looking forward to painting them. Well, we don't know what they're going to be, but I'm quite looking forward to playing with those new miniatures.
Cool.
Yeah.
There is another game which we also don't know much about, and that's XCOM, which is going to be from Modiphius. XCOM, the miniatures game.
Now, do you even know if it's going to be at Expo?
Yes.
I like the confidence when you said that. Yes.
Yes, it will be there. I'm going to will it to be there.
Yes, I want it to be there. Now, admittedly, it would be daft for Modiphius not to bring this to Expo.
Start of convention season. Why wouldn't they bring it?
Yeah, they've just announced it.
Yeah.
Like a month before Expo, it makes sense to have something, even if it's just some miniatures behind the cabinet.
Yes.
But I'm really excited about this because I love XCOM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big XCOM.
I'm a big XCOM fan, so I'm really ready for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready for having a 99% chance of hitting and missing. I'm ready to name my best soldier and him to die horribly at like level 5. I'm waiting. I'm ready for all this stuff. Yeah. I mean, we don't know anything about the game, but to be fair,
Modiphius have got a good track record because they've got the Fallout game, they've got the Elder Scrolls miniatures game as well. Both of which are brilliant. I really enjoyed playing Fallout. I had a demo of that a few years ago at Dragon Meet. Really enjoyed it. Great miniatures as well. Yeah. Really, really fun.
And to be fair, it's already a miniatures game in video game format anyway. Okay. So there's not much you can translate that game pretty easily.
Okay.
And I've always said, ironically, we just talked about it, that Infinity is the game to play if you like XCOM. So I'm intrigued how XCOM is going to translate.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll give a shout out. We don't know what they're bringing. I'm hoping more plastic boxes, but Trench Crusade are going to be there. So Trench Crusade.
What's the big thing about Trench Crusade? Is that the ultimate World War One?
So it's the ultimate World War One game. Loads of Games Workshop designers working on it, on the design of the game and design of the miniatures.
Cool.
They had a massive Kickstarter, took the world by storm. So it's World War One. Well, actually, no, it's pre-World War One. At some point, a gate to hell was actually opened.
Okay.
And so the nations have got various like angelic, religious, demonic things with them.
Cool.
And so you're now history's advanced to World War One period.
Right.
So we're playing trench warfare with all these kind of angelic and demonic.
Is that like a Hellboy-esque thing? Because that's right. Hellboy was the Nazis, wasn't it?
With World War II, I would say it's more grimmer and darker than that.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very grimy. Yeah. Yeah. What'll be interesting to see is what they've got available, because one of the things when the game first came out, it was all 3D printed only. You had to 3D print your mini. And slowly over time, they've been releasing plastic kits to play this. So I'm hoping they're going to have plenty of these plastic kits available.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying not to buy one because I don't need another miniatures game.
By the sounds of it, there would be excellent miniatures for your Grimdark paint set to use.
Yes. That's all there is for games itself, but there's loads of other peripheral stuff. When I mean peripheral, I mean paints, I mean there'll be terrain, there'll be 3D printing stuff. I'm going to give a shout out to a big bunch of people which know are going to be there. Mainly, for me, Gatehouse Gaming. Gatehouse Gaming do resin bits to put on your base.
Ooh.
And they do like pre-made basing material. So all you have to do is glue your base and dip it in the pre-made basing material and good to go. So it looks like earth or looks like a forest base. Cool. But loads of little resin pieces. I mean, I bought quite a bit of stuff last year. I'm preparing to buy like buckets of the stuff this year. I bought loads of little not forest. Yeah, no, I bought mushrooms, but little tiny mushrooms, but the forest base. The tiny little things to go on your base. And I bought desert plants to actually put on my Infinity models from doing Infinity, doing a desert theme for my Infinity models. So yeah, I'm now going itchy nose. But there's also going to be loads of paint companies there. Now, if you have been to Expo before, you'll be aware of AK Interactive. They were there last year.
They did the pens.
They did the pens last year, which you tried. Yes, we love the pens. Gamers Grass are going to be there again. If you want your tufts for your base, they're really good. Okay. They actually do special offer on the starter kits, which are really good. You get the tweezers with them, which are really good. Okay. I think new this year's Expo are going to be P3 paints and the Army Painter.
What P3 paints?
So P3, where the War Machine company's paints, had a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like a cult following, right? I own one. There's one P3 paint in that set, which is coal black, which is not far off the colour of this T-shirt because it's such a lovely colour. But they're actually going to be more or less on the same stand as the Games Workshop Paint and Take. Wow. So if you're at the Games Workshop Paint and Take, you can look over and see the P3 Paint and Take. And then the Army Painter are going to be there. I'm assuming they're just bringing lots of stuff. Really, really recommend their speed paints. Nice. I really like them.
Also at Expo, there's going to be an opportunity for those small Etsy style businesses, which is Man on a Van, who've got some awesome 3D sculpts that you just need to walk around and find those. I'm after some cool stuff for my Frostgrave warband,
Ooh,
which
yeah.
I need to paint. So, because that's miniature agnostic, I can cherry pick which ones I want.
Mammoth Studios.
Mammoth,
They do loads of they do miniatures with D&D settings.
Yeah.
And the other one, which I really need to get, which I can never remember the name of them, they do like 70 millimeter sculpts, and I nearly bought it last year, and I've nearly bought the 3D model several times trying to get a friend to print. And it's like this horrible monster sticking a sword through himself.
Oh,
yeah, beautiful.
Take your word for that.
I can't remember. Comet Lord miniatures.
So excited. Comet Lord.
They're really nice, and I'm hoping they're back this year. I don't know if they are, but I'm hoping they are.
Cool. So that's a lot to go on.
That's a lot to go on. So yeah, if
considering how little information we gave, there's a lot to go on there.
Yeah. Managed to fill plenty of time with that.
Yeah. There's some miniature games.
If you were interested, as I said, what we've talked about today is just preliminary information a few weeks out. We're going to be releasing the podcast a week before. We'll also be doing content at the show. We've got our live show, and we'll be doing a post-expo podcast episode. Try saying that with a mouthful of spaghetti. Until next time, though, happy gaming.
Bye-bye.